Well, again, don't normally do this. In fact, it's so much news coming up that it shouldn't really be reviewed by an amateur like me. It should actually be reviewed by those try. But let me just say one thing. Pokemon Sun and Moon is not getting closer, but it's just keep on getting extremely, what's that word, uh, changing than any other Pokemon game up until now. For the better or for the worst, I have no freaking idea. For the Game Explain for a couple of minutes ago revealed a trailer that actually showed some secrets. Turns out that there are certain old type Pokemons that actually have thrived on Aloha region. But the difference is apparently that they have different forms than what we have seen before. Noted, what I have seen at least, it's not confirmed exactly if you meet these forms, or how do you say this? It is not, for me, it's not confirmed if this is how they always look like on the Aloha region, or if you have to do something that changes their type. But it turns out that Executor has had a major makeover, somewhat. I actually suspected Executor to change. I mean, if you think about it, it's actually pretty logical for a Pokemon like Executor to change. Instead, now it's gotten a tail and a very long neck, while its faces look the same. It's Alola form. It's a grass dragon Pokemon with Frisk. Well, Executor will become popular now. It's not often we see a grass dragon. But Vulpix, however, is also changing. And changing during an ice district in Aloha turns Vulpix apparently ice and its evolution Ninetales into Ice Fairy. That also makes sense. There is some hints that Ninetales could have become a fairy. But how come it is like that? Is Vulpix Aloha form only ice, or do you have to do something? It seems to hint that these Pokemon that are different types only on this region. Again, I don't know if that's awesome or if it's lack of imagination. Well, now we're gonna get new types of old Pokemon. Does they count as new Pokemon? Also, one who is getting a makeover is Sandshrew. Sandshrew, just like Vulpix, becomes an ice, meaning it's live on the ice district. However, its evolution, uh, Sandshrew slash, becomes ice steel. And also, apparently, Sandshrew is also ice steel, meaning that a fighting will wreck that one. The trailer has also told us all about the new new Pokemons called Oricorio. Apparently a bird type Pokemon that, depending on I don't know if it's the island or if it's style. It seems dancing is a very huge theme in this region, because Oricorio can have different extra type during something else. It's always a flying, but it can, in a ballet style, it becomes fire. In a pom pom style, which looks like a cheerleader, it's become an electric. In a Poe style, it becomes psychic, and in a Sensu style, it becomes ghost. I only recognize the Palm and the Sensu. The Sensu look Japanese, but it seems that all of these different types have a matching dancing. Its ability, it's called Dancer, meaning it will mimic any type of move that has something to do with dancing. Like, for example, the bug type move, Quiver Dance. We're also introduced a new Pokemon called Minior, a rock flying, not exactly new, has an ability shields down. It looks like nothing special, only looks more like a meteorite flying. However, it's revealed that just like Mimikyu, which, by the way, I did not review those Pokemons. I regret I didn't do it, but I really didn't know what to say. Apparently, its shields down were just similar. Its shell cracks and it reveals another form out there. A big star-like form with bright eyes and a smile. But apparently its core is different every time. It's either yellow, blue, Pink or orange, I think. Do not know what that means. We're also seeing finally the evolution of gumshoes, which I think have gotten extremely criticism. Why? Well, because some people apparently say that that hair, that teeth, and the fact that it's has the back on its legs look very similar to Donald Trump. Correct me if I'm wrong, but then again, we have already seen the end of the world, and we all know when that's gonna happen. Gumshoe still keeps its normal typing. Okay, this is not exactly how I envision it to be. We're introduced to a new grass type Pokemon and immediately it's evolving. Fomantis and it's evolving Lurantis. Only a pure grass Pokemon, but it seems like it has a theme for slashing. I wonder if this is a pure female type. It looks like it. It shows a new move called Solar Blade. Not confirmed if that blade is exclusive to its own app, by the way. We're also revealed that Munsdale, the very tough looking Pokemon we saw, we didn't think it would evolve into something, and we were right. Instead, Munsdale already were an evolving Pokemon. Its pre-evolution form is Mudbray, meaning that Mudbray evolves into Mudsdale. Now we are getting somewhere, and I am enjoying this. But then after that, we are apparently saying that in order to travel the islands, we need to travel with different Pokemon. They're also telling something new, something about island challenges called Your Rite of Passages. Is this instead of gym training? If so, then Aloha gym training is extremely more different. I'm not gonna talk so much about this, other than the fact that there are trial captains. What we have seen for them is Mallow, a grass girl, Lana, is that a girl? Who cares? A water type, a brat called Sophicoles, an electric type, and a very, I want to say flashy black man called Kiwawe, but I think that's the wrong word. It's just that for a moment there he looked very similar to that rock gym trainer from Kalos. Wonder if they're related. Kiwawe is all about fire, and apparently each of them tests your skills in a different way. Also, at the end of each trials, we're apparently facing an enhanced Pokemon, something called a Totem. We see in the trailer Totem Gumshoes, which apparently can summon a regular Pokemon. What are these Totem Pokemon? Are they even counted for real Pokemon? Who knows? And finally, they say that to clear all these threats and battle the Kahunas. And the Kahunas, apparently Hala, the fat man we saw a long time ago, is a Kahua of Mele Mele Island. And at long last, they reveal also that we have a new type. In order to, I think, we have seen the trailers that being near the Pokemon is closer than ever, and now we're apparently doing that with a fusion dance, something like that. Every type will have only one super move, a super move that can only be used once a battle, ironically called Z moves. And what they have say is that every type has one each, and you can only use that once per battle. Apparently, this seems to hint that Mega Evolution is already a thing of the past, and now we're having different forms. All in all, that's what I can say about this trailer. Sorry, I had to check the trailer while I was talking about this because there was so much information. I'm sorry I cannot put up the picture of the other ones, but Vulpix is basically looking like a ice Vulpix. It has a white skin. Sandshrew is basically looking like an Iglo. The bird Pokemon, well, they have a different skin color. No, not skin color. Different feather and dance moves. And Mudspray is basically a smaller Mudsdale. Way smaller. I'm afraid I cannot put the Pokemon up here for you to show them, but I recommend, if you haven't already, which I highly think you have, watch the GameFAQs trailer and tell me what you feel.